Hello everyone, I'm Bhavna Singh. Welcome back to Insightonomics. So let's start the topic for today without a further ado. In this video, we are going to solve for producer surplus, its definition, and we are also going to solve a numerical example given the supply function for this producer surplus. Like how do we derive a producer surplus given the supply function? So let's start. First, let me tell you what is the definition for this producer surplus. So, like in short, it's an difference. It represents the difference between sellers or a producer. You can say, let me use the term producer. Minimum willingness to sell. Minimum willingness to sell a particular commodity. That is, you can represent it as P, and what he actually charges, or what he actually charges with respect to price. We like P star, the equilibrium price. So producer surplus is the difference between minimum willingness to pay, minimum willingness to sell for a seller for that particular commodity. इसका मतलब ये है सेलर एक कमोडिटी जो भी प्रोड्यूसर है उसकी पर्टिकुलर कमोडिटी जो सेल करता है उसके लिए एक मिनिमम प्राइस डिसाइड करता है कि ये जो मेरा लेट्स से दिस दैट मिनिमम प्राइस इज पी अगर मेरे को इस पी प्राइस तक का अमाउंट मिलेगा कंज्यूमर मेरे को इतना पे करेगा देन ओनली आई विल सेल माई प्रोड्यूस अदरवाइज आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू सेल माई कमोडिटी ओके इससे मिनिमम आएगा तो द जो प्रोड्यूसर है वो सेल नहीं करेगा क्योंकि उसको लॉस होगा लेकिन अगर उससे ज्यादा होता है तो वो उसका सरप्लस हो जाएगा उसको मिनिमम इतना चाहिए पी एंड जब भी वो मार्केट में एक्चुअली सेल करता है वो प्राइस होता है पी स्टार सो डिफरेंस बिटवीन दिस पी स्टार एंड पी इज द सरप्लस फॉर द प्रोड्यूसर this okay let me explain it using graph. So let's say this is your supply function, okay? This vertical intercept, like we have price on vertical axis, we have quantity demanded Q on horizontal axis. This vertical intercept is the P. That means minimum willingness to sell. Consumer को इतना तो चाहिए, इससे कम में तो वो बिल्कुल सेल नहीं करेगा. जैसे इससे ज्यादा होते जाएगा, consumer will sell more. Like this. Okay. Sorry. Producer will sell more. Now you have, like suppose consumer wants to sell this much amount of Q star. Okay. At this, let me use different color so that it will get highlighted. This much of quantity. For that, he get this equilibrium price. Okay, this is your P star. So the difference between this P star and P, this is your, I'll write minimum willingness to sell. कि इससे कम पे तो वो सेल करेगा ही नहीं करेगा. ये है इक्विलिब्रियम प्राइस कि मार्केट में एक्चुअली the difference between these two is the surplus for the producer. Okay, so this particular triangle, this triangle represents the producer surplus. Okay, this particular triangle is the producer surplus. So इसको डिराइव करने के दो तरीके होते हैं. फर्स्ट इन केस ऑफ लीनियर सप्लाई फंक्शंस जो कि हमारा ये गिवन है. दिस इज द लीनियर सप्लाई फंक्शन. लीनियर मींस स्ट्रेट लाइन demand curve. Okay, you in case of linear functions. Okay, so in this case it is a triangle, right angle triangle. So formula or area, how to find the area of a right angle triangle? is 1 by 2 base into height. Okay, so this is the base P star E and this P star P is the height. तो आपको जब भी इनकी वैल्यू पता होगी आप उसे पुट करोगे and you can easily derive the value for produce or surplus. Okay, मेथड 2 जहाँ पे हमारा जो सप्लाई फंक्शन है वो नॉन लीनियर है, लाइक स्ट्रेट लाइन नहीं है. सपोज लाइक यू हैव अ फंक्शन लाइक दिस. This is your supply function. Okay, this is not linear. This is non-linear supply curve. So in this case, we use integration to find the expression for producer surplus. So for that, we use formula for a producer surplus where we set limit. Okay, just a minute. This is your Q star. This is your P star. This P star, P, Q star. Oh, this is your equilibrium. And what we do in this case, we will take the limit. We have to find the area of this triangle. Okay, for that what we will do, first we will find the area of this entire rectangle, this rectangle O P star E Q star. Okay, we have to find the area of this particular rectangle. Okay, then what we will do, then after finding the area of this particular rectangle, we will minus this much area so that we will left out with this particular triangle. Okay, so first we will find out the value of this rectangle, then we will minus this particular area, and then we will get this area for producing surplus. So this is the method 2 that we use in case of non-linear supply functions or non-linear functions using integration, where we set limit of from Q to Q star. Okay, we have to find this area. Okay, and like I want to tell you this, in case of producer surplus, how you like, as I've told you, like in case of consumer surplus, like you have this demand and this is equilibrium. So area above the price line, below the demand curve is your consumer surplus. And in case of producer surplus, area, let me use different color to highlight it. Area below this price line, this P star, and above this supply curve, this red line, रिप्रेजेंट्स योर प्रोड्यूसर सरप्लस. तो आपको ग्राफ देख के जो भी एरिया आपको प्राइस पी स्टार जो भी लाइन है इसके नीचे आए और सप्लाई करके ऊपर आए, वो एरिया रिप्रेजेंट करेगा आपका प्रोड्यूसर सरप्लस. ओके, तो आप ग्राफ को देख के बता सकते हो. एंड आपको एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू चाहिए तो उसके लिए आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा कि जो कर्व जो है लीनियर है या नॉन लीनियर है. अगर लीनियर है तो आप सिंपली ट्राइंगल जो उसका फॉर्मूला यूज करोगे 1 by 2 base into height and you can get the value for producer surplus. But in case of non-linear supply curve, you have to integrate this value up to Q star and then you have to subtract it from this triangle, this rectangle, so that you will left out with this much of value. Okay, so let's solve it using the given functions. So now we have to derive an expression for producer surplus using the given function. So what is our function? P is equal to 20 plus 2Q. P is equals to 20 plus 2Q. Positive sign denote the upward slope in demand curve और a one-to-one positive relation. That is, अगर quantity supplied बढ़ेगी तो price भी बढ़ेंगे. Okay, क्योंकि cost of production बढ़ेगा. Okay, so this positive sign represents the one-to-one relation. And you have been given Q is equals to, what is Q in your question? You have been given Q is equals to 2. Okay, so in a question you have been already given your Q star. तो आपको क्या करना है, ये प्रोड्यूसर के केस में प्रोड्यूसर वांट टू सेल 2 यूनिट्स ऑफ his or her product. So what will be the equilibrium price? First we need to find that. So for that, put this Q star into this our function 20 plus 2 into 2, it will be 24. So your P star is 24, your Q star is 2, but you also need to find your minimum willingness to sell, that is P. For that, what do? Put Q is equals to 0. When your Q is equals to 0, you will get your P, minimum willingness to sell for the seller. That will be equals to 2. So when this you put this Q 0, you will get P is equals to 20. Okay. So you have this minimum willingness to sell. Or you can say this is a vertical intercept. Now we can put it on a graph. This is your vertical intercept. P is equals to 20. Okay. So let me use different color for this. This is a straight line curve. This is your supply curve because this is a linear function. And your Q star, this is your Q star 2. Okay. And what is your P star? 24. At this Q star, a producer is charging actually this P star, which is equals to 24. सो इस कंज्यूमर की जो मिनिमम विलिंगनेस थी वो 20 थी इस केस में, लेकिन वो एक्चुअली कितना चार्ज कर रहा है 24 फॉर पर यूनिट. तो टोटल वो 2 यूनिट सेल कर रहा है, तो उसका टोटल प्रोड्यूसर सरप्लस कितना आएगा? एक यूनिट पे उसको जो है लाइक 4 रुपीज वर्थ सरप्लस मिल रहा है, तो 2 यूनिट पे कितना मिलेगा? 8. ये तो हम लोगों ने ये सिंपल सा था इसलिए निकाल लिया. नॉर्मली हम लोग ट्राइंगल का फॉर्मूला यूज करके निकालेंगे. ओके. दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया इज द प्रोड्यूसर सरप्लस. अभी हमें इसका वैल्यू चाहिए. तो दिस इज अ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल. अगेन वी विल यूज द फॉर्मूला 1/2 base into height. So 1/2, this is your base, this is your height. So your base is equals to P star E and your height is equals to, this is your P star P. And now we have a value for this term. What is the value for this? 2, right? Because we know P star E area is equals to OQ star and OQ star is equals to 2, which is already given in your question. Okay. So this is 2 into, and this area P star minus P. So your P star, let me write it here. P star P is equals to P star minus P. So you will get 4. 4. 2 से 2 cancel हो जाएगा. You will get 4. So your consumer surplus is equals to 4. Okay. In this case, you got your consumer surplus, which is equals to 4. Now we have a, yeah, thank you for this. This is the producer surplus. Producer surplus. Now we will have second function, which is 8 plus Q square. P is equals to 8 plus Q square, where Q star is already given as 2. Okay, now you have to find the producer surplus. So first put Q is equals to 2 to get a P star. So it will be 8 plus 4, 12. So your P star will be 12. You have two values now, Q star and P star. Now what will be your P, minimum willingness to sell? So for that, put Q is equals to 0. Then you will get P is equals to 8 from this given supply function. Okay. This is a non-linear supply function. So now we'll put it on a graph. What is your vertical intercept? 8. This is your vertical intercept. So you will get this kind of function here. Okay. This will be more steep. Like this. This is your supply function. ये एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू पुट करके नहीं बना रही हूँ, ये इन जनरल बना रही हूँ. ओके, सो your q star is 2. Let's say your q star, this is your q star which is given as 2. So what will be the price at this q star? Your price equals to this p star which is equals to 12. Okay, this 8 is your p. So again this particular triangle represents the producer surplus. So this is a non-linear function, so we have to use integration in order to derive the producer surplus. So what will be the general formula for that? Producer surplus is equals to, we have to integrate first this is the whole, this p into q, this rectangle. First we need to get the value for this rectangle, which is p star and q star. Then we have to minus this term from this, so that we will left out with this particular rectangle. Okay, sorry, so that we will left out this particular triangle, our producer surplus. And in order to find this area, we will integrate this particular function with respect to quantity supplied. Okay, so for that we have to integrate this function with respect to q star, that is your equilibrium quantity supplied, p. We have to integrate it like this. So this is the general formula for producer surplus. Okay, now we will use it for our given supply function. So your producer surplus equals to p star and q star. What is your p star? 12. What is your q star? 2. Minus integrate 0. What is your q star? 2. And what is our function? It's something like 8 plus q square. 8 plus q square. And we have to integrate it with respect to q. So again I'll tell you the basic formula for integration. So it is when x raised to the power n, we have to integrate it. So you will get x n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Okay, this is the general formula for that. So let's solve for this. ps is equals to p into q. So what you will get? 24 minus, when you integrate it, then multiply the q with these both the terms, you will get 8q plus q divided by q with the limits 0 to 2. 24 minus, now put these values, like first we have q is equal to 2 and q is equal to 0, because हमें कहाँ से कहाँ तक का एरिया चाहिए था? 0 से लेके q स्टार तक का, इसलिए हम लोगों ने ये लिमिट्स लिए हैं. तो फर्स्ट वी विल पुट q is equal to 0 and then we will put q is equal to 2. Sorry, first we will put q is equal to 2 and then 0. Okay, so 8 2 plus 2q by q, and as we know 0 का when we will put q is equal to 0, ये whole term 0 ही हो जाएगा, but still we will put it. This will be an addition by 3. So this whole term becomes 0, so we will not bother about it. 24 minus 16 plus 8 by 3, we'll get 24 minus 8 by 3, it's 16 plus 2.66. So you will get 24 minus 18.66. So when you solve for it, you will get 6.66. So this is the value for your producer surplus in case of given nonlinear supply function. Okay. So like again in case of nonlinear functions we use integration for that. पहले हम लोग रेक्टेंगल का वैल्यू देखते हैं, उसमें से हम लोग इंटीग्रेट करते हैं फ्रॉम 0 to q स्टार, ये वाला सॉरी हम लोग फिर ये वाला वैल्यू डिराइव करते हैं फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया. In order to derive an value for this particular area, we will integrate this whole term from 0 to q star, and once we get this term, we'll minus this from this whole p star and q star, so that we will left out with this particular term. That is our producer surplus. Okay. I hope आप लोगों को clear हुआ होगा. So we are done with this video. Thank you so much for watching our content. If you find it helpful, make sure to like, share and subscribe our channel. And if you had any queries and observations, please do let us know on our comment section. And you can also join us on our Telegram channel where we'll upload all the links of the YouTube videos and also provide the PDFs and important book notes with respect to economics. Thank you.